Dude, this is the story I heard. I don't know if this is like made up by the government or what. But this dude who wrote this, he lives in a prison in the United States, and he's been in prison for 9 years. And he's just held on contempt of court.
Just on contempt?
Yes, apparently, I don't know anything about it beyond that, but apparently he must be refusing to do something the court's ordered, and they've just held him in jail for 9 years.
Just because?
Yeah, that's the story. It sounds a little bit like a good cover story for someone who doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
You can always say you're in prison. That's why you're not around.
Right.
You know, it's a good excuse if you don't exist. But that's the story. And the whole thing only came out on October 10th, 2008, is when supposedly he sent it from prison to some dude he knows.
So that's when the story broke.
Yes. But the thing that's freaky is that it is exactly all of the topics that we've been covering on Cookin Good.
Like what?
I will just let you look at the table of contents. Maybe I should just do pages.
Hold on.
Here, I'll just do this. I think people will freak out.
Hold on. Sorry.
Cameraman's so excited he's yawning.
Well, that's the thing. I told you, it's like, it's really hard to show how incredible it is, but it's kind of like proof that God exists, I think.
So this is a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of baking powder and 2 3/4 cup of flour, which I'm adding kind of slowly because you want to incorporate it well.
Now, say, where would you get something like that if, like, the apocalypse happened?
Well,
that's
you might have to go to the bread line, to the commodity line to get the flour and the butter.
So it really is going to be like the Russia under the communists.
Kind of, probably, sort of.
You know, that's what I was afraid of my whole life, you know, that we'd end up like the Russians under the communism, having to stand in the fucking line for toilet paper. And like living in those horrible
concrete block things.
Yes,
so
like the projects.
Well, it is the project.
It is the projects, but everybody speaks a language you don't know, you know. And you don't have any toilet paper. I mean, I think that's the gist of it. You don't have any shit tickets. And that just makes you behave in a certain fashion.
Well, you can never feel clean.
You feel dirty. You've soiled yourself, you dirty boy. That's what it. That's
it's
what
all
it
about
says.
shame.
It is. It's
because we've been taught
shame.
to disavow our baser human nature that's animalistic.
Yes.
That likes to smell anuses.
Yeah, that's the thing. We should embrace that part of ourselves because let's face it, we're going extinct. There may be a whole lot of us today, but I don't think we're very, very long for the future, whatever they say. I really think that we're just going to die like that. Pretty much in a couple generations.
Like some big catastrophe will come and change something and we'll just...
Yes, or just some complete...
Like maybe there won't be any sun left.
I don't even think it's actually happening in the environment. I think it's just us. It's just our species will just fuck itself over so badly that we'll just die out, you know, and then there'll be cockroaches, but there'll probably be bears. You know, the bears will come back. Bears will come back. The beavers will come back.
Mountain lions are already coming back.
Oh,
Yes.
they are. It's true.
Yeah, see, the wild animals will just come back, you know. I think our time is pretty much up. And that's kind of what this guy said. And he's just in prison. And it's the most bizarre thing to read somebody else.
Who has your
supposedly.
same thoughts.
And it's your same thoughts. I mean, it's kind of Like, it would be impossible unless I actually wrote this myself. And I don't even know how to type, you know. Yeah, they say he has only this typewriter, which that sounds like some bullshit somebody would
Right,
make up.
because you wouldn't have just a typewriter.
And if you just have a typewriter, how come you can do this like picture of chondritis?
Well, maybe that's the person who maybe he made it and inserted it. The one who got it from him. See, that's the thing. All these things on the internet are from secondhand sources.
Yeah, I don't know. This is making me very suspicious.
Yeah.
I mean, what does he just like have a picture?
No, he typed that out. You know, he just he made it with letters.
Yeah.
He made a portrait with letters. You know how them artists do.
Oh yeah, I think he did. Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm talking about, cameraman.
I doubt that even looks like chondriatic. I bet that's just some picture of some dude he keeps by his bedside in the prison.
You think? Maybe it's the warden. Maybe the warden requires all the prisoners to keep a photo of him by the bedside in a strange, weird, like, psychoanalytic father figure bid for control.
Well, it's like,
Remember, prisoners, the warden is watching.
Yeah, that'd be funny if there was a camera inside of every one of them, you know, like in the warden's eyes.
there's gotta be a
Watching
camera.
you whack off to the smuggled in porn.
Don't believe there isn't. There's probably one in here.
They
you know.
sell that. They sell subscriptions to that to Japanese diplomats.
Well, that's where my future is hopefully going to lie. I mean, let's be honest. Our future is in porn. There is no other reason the man would let us live into, you know, the 21st century.
Well,
Any
maybe
further.
maybe I ought to start, like, you know, practicing with certain things, you know, stretching things
Well,
out.
you know, it's kind of like we
preparation.
advertised for the voodoo lady, and she materialized, and I've learned a lot about voodoo. But I think it's that we should, you know, maybe advertise for someone who's an expert in that kind of like shit. Just look at this. Is this not like I wrote it?
What does it say?
It says understanding the nature of time.
Well, it sounds like Stephen Hawking wrote it.
Maybe he did.
Well, he did write a book about it.
You know what? I really think Stephen Hawking can't think
Shasta.
anymore. And I think that they're just pretending.
They're just wheeling him out when there's a
Have you heard
conference.
of this new product?
Well, you know, his voice is just a computer. They can just get anybody to program that shit.
Right. It's just a man talking. Think about that the next time. I mean, you know, oh, I had a revelation. This is a good one. You know John Walsh, he does an American's Most Wanted.
Yeah, the one whose kid
Yeah.
was supposedly beheaded.
Have you ever finally seen the footage? They hide it from you, and I know why.
Why?
Of him when he was calling out for help for his son when he was missing.
Yeah, back in the 80s and stuff.
You review that footage
Okay.
because you will see that there is nary a tear running down his face.
So you think he did it?
Those are fake tears. When I saw that footage, I was like, that boy died or something happened.
It's a John Bonet of its day.
It is. It is.
Adam.
Yes.
Adam.
And I, you know, for all I know, that kid is still alive. He died naturally, or he was abducted, but there is no doubt in my mind that John Walsh had something to do with it, because there are no tears running down his face, but he's fake crying. And they don't ever show that footage, and they actually showed it on fucking TV the other day.
Well, he
I
must.
guess they think we've gotten stupider since 9/11.
Well, we have. A lot of people
I
have.
don't think so. I think people know that the man is like, okay, what this guy says is that there are these cycles that occur in nature and they're going to happen, and that the man saw it coming, that we were at a 224-year cycle coming up where we were going to have a major catastrophe and change.